2026 is shaping up to be an incredible year for gaming, and today we're counting down the 10 most anticipated games you absolutely don't want to miss. From epic open worlds to intense RPGs, cinematic thrillers, and legendary franchises returning, there's something here for every type of gamer. So buckle up, hit that like button, and let's dive into the games that have everyone talking. Kicking us off at number 10 is Monster Hunter Stories 3: Twisted Reflection, the next chapter of Capcom's beloved turn-based RPG subseries. Set to launch on March 13th, 2026, this game continues the tradition of blending monster raising with narrative adventure, but with a fresh story, new creatures, and expanded RPG elements. In this installment, players don the role of a monster rider, someone who doesn't just hunt monsters, but bonds with them. With turn-based combat and creature partnership at its core, Stories 3 promises both strategic battles and emotional narrative beats. The multi-platform release includes Nintendo Switch 2, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. While the main Monster Hunter games focus on action-oriented hunts, the Story series appeals to fans of deeper storytelling and tactical systems, making this a standout RPG to watch in early 2026, especially for players who love character and monster interaction as much as combat. Coming in at number 9 is 007 First Light, a fresh take on the iconic spy franchise from Nioh Interactive. Announced for a March 27, 2026 release, this game explores the origin story of James Bond before he earned his famous 00 designation. Rather than retreading familiar film plots, First Light blends the narrative style of classic Bond storytelling with gameplay that supports both stealth and action, allowing you to sneak, improvise, and execute cinematic takedowns as only 007 can. From sharp gadgets to globe-trotting locales, this title promises to capture the feel of a blockbuster Bond movie while giving players hands-on control of espionage mayhem, a big draw for fans of action-adventure games and spy thrillers alike. At number 8, we have Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, a modern remake of one of the most beloved JRPGs ever. Set to launch on February 5th, 2026, this reimagining brings updated visuals, enhanced systems, and story polish to the classic turn-based formula that defined a generation of role-playing games. What makes this version exciting is the thoughtful balance it strikes. It preserves the heart and charm of the original while adding improved gameplay mechanics and presentation that make it approachable for newcomers. For longtime Dragon Quest fans, this is a chance to revisit a cherished world with modern comforts, and for RPG newcomers, it's a gateway into one of the genre's rich legacies. Sliding into number 7 is Beast of Reincarnation, a unique action RPG from Game Freak, the studio best known for the Pokemon series. Although exact release windows are still shaping up, it's widely expected in 2026 and has already generated buzz for its intriguing premise and emotional storytelling arc. Players take on the role of a protagonist bound to a loyal beast companion, exploring a world scarred by mysterious corruption and danger. The dynamic between human and beast in combat and story sequences offers a refreshing twist on traditional RPG mechanics. This game feels like a creative departure for Game Freak, and that alone is enough to get many RPG fans curious. It could be one of 2026's sleeper hits if its storytelling and systems live up to early impressions. At number 6, Warhammer 40,000 Boltgun 2 brings back the retro-inspired, adrenaline-pumping shooter action fans loved in the first game. Set to expand the brutal sci-fi combat of its predecessor, this sequel continues the tradition of chaining together enormous enemies, iconic weapons, and pure mayhem in the grimdark universe of Warhammer 40k. While specific release date details remain broad for 2026, the Warhammer 40k licensing and aesthetic alone ensure interest. Player curiosity keeps growing as the sequel promises even bigger battles and more chaotic firefights. Whether you're craving classic FPS mechanics, over-the-top weaponry, or just the grim aesthetic of the 41st millennium, Boltgun 2 is shaping up to be a must-watch shooter for next year. Landing in the middle of our list at number 5 is Titan Quest II, the long-awaited continuation of the mythological ARPG series. After an early access period beginning in August 2025, the full 2026 release builds significantly on the action RPG foundations first laid decades ago. Set against a backdrop of Greek myth and legend, Titan Quest II invites players into sprawling worlds filled with gods, monsters, and heroic quests. The combat and progression have been refined for modern audiences, keeping the classic hunt and loot loops satisfying while introducing new story depth. For fans of Diablo-style action fused with mythological flair, this sequel has real potential to stand shoulder to shoulder with the top ARPGs of 2026. At number 4 is Nioh 3, the latest entry in Team Ninja's action RPG franchise. Set to launch on February 6, 2026, this sequel expands the series' signature blend of samurai meets Souls-like combat, with larger explorable environments and deeper stylistic options. Players control a customizable protagonist battling supernatural yokai and human foes alike, with both samurai and ninja combat styles offering varied approaches to every encounter. Early previews have highlighted the evolved combat and enhanced multiplayer elements, making Nioh 3 one of the most exciting action titles of early 2026, especially for fans who love high-skill, satisfying combat loops. Coming in at number 3 is Crimson Desert, Pearl Abyss's ambitious open-world action-adventure game. After facing multiple delays, it's officially slated to arrive on March 19, 2026, heralding a fresh single-player experience with deep narrative and expansive environments. Set on the war-torn continent of Pywell, you play as Cliff, a mercenary on a mission to reunite his scattered allies and uncover the forces tearing their world apart. The combat blends free-form melee, combo attacks, and exploration in ways that critics are already comparing to big open-world RPGs. With its vast world, gripping storyline, and immersive mechanics, Crimson Desert is shaping up to be one of 2026's standout open-world games, a title both story lovers and action fans should watch closely. Runner-up on our list is Resident Evil Requiem, the 9th mainline survival horror installment from Capcom, set to launch on February 27, 2026. This next chapter brings back beloved protagonist Leon S. Kennedy alongside new character Grace Ashcroft, blending classic scare tactics with modern production values. The game features a mix of puzzle-solving, intense survival sequences, and narrative exploration through eerie environments like ravaged Raccoon City and terrifying hotel locales. For fans of atmospheric horror, rich storytelling, and the slow-burn tension that Resident Evil is known for, Requiem promises a major return to form while pushing the genre forward, making it one of early 2026's biggest highlights. And topping our list at number 1 is Grand Theft Auto 6, one of the most hotly anticipated games ever. After years of development and multiple delays, Rockstar Games has confirmed a November 19, 2026 release date, giving players a sprawling new sandbox filled with criminal capers, narrative depth, and open-world chaos. Few franchises carry the cultural weight of GTA, and expectations are through the roof for this next chapter. While details remain tightly held, the promise of a richer world, engaging characters, and the freedom that define the series ensures GTA 6 will dominate conversations and attention in late 2026 and beyond. Whether you're a longtime fan or just excited for next-gen open-world adventures, this is the title most people are counting down toward. And that's our countdown of the 10 most anticipated games of 2026. Which one are you most excited to play? Are there any surprises you think should have made the list? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I love reading what you guys are looking forward to the most. Don't forget to subscribe for more countdowns, and we'll see you in the next video.